Good morning and welcome back to the Morning Assembly. Today is the 8th of June and the day is Monday. Please get ready for prayers and oath.
वरदे 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 बीना बादनी वरदे 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 बीना बादनी वरदे जय जय मां जय जय मां जय जय मां वरदे 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 बीना बादनी वरदे 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 बीना बादनी वरदे जय जय मां जय जय मां जय जय मां जय जय मां निर्मल मन कर दे अतुल कर दे निर्मल मन कर दे प्रेम अतुल कर दे सबकी सबलमती हो ऐसा हमको वर दे 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 बीना बादनी वरदे 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 बीना बादनी वरदे जय जय मां जय जय मां जय जय मां जय जय मां
Please get ready for O. Today's assembly is held by the Group Advisory 6 with the help of Poorvi ma'am. And now, Sarangi Kotadia will address the theme of this assembly in light of recent events.
Namaste to all teachers and my fellow mates. As we know, the whole world is currently passing through a period of very serious crisis. Over the last 2 months, India has been observing a lockdown and the citizens have come across all sorts of news and updates. Today being 8th of June, it reminds me of the Environment Day. So let's talk about some changes in the environment before the pandemic and now. First, let's start to talk about the capital of India, New Delhi. New Delhi was ranked as the most polluted city in the world by World Health Organization. The pollution levels soared to 900 and sometimes off the measuring scale too. In fact, it wasn't just the air, it was all the three factors that were affected: air, water, and earth. Even the holiest of rivers, the river Ganges, was polluted almost beyond the scope of recovery. The earth, that is the land, had been tarnished by an absolutely absurd amount of littering. Since 5th of June is celebrated as the World Environment Day, we will be relating that to this pandemic as well. Moreover, this period has definitely had a lot of unexpected effects for us humans too, and all of which have affected us in different ways. My friends will talk about the same. Thank
The
you.
past 3 months have changed and initiated various news, movements, and ideologies around the world. Tanmay Jhala will now share a few unique pieces of information related to the same.
Namaste. Today, I'll be sharing some very important news with all of you. As you all might know, the UN General Assembly established the World Environment Day in 1972. This year's topic for World Environment Day is biodiversity, which is very urgent and existential for all of us. This topic was chosen due to many recent events such as bushfires in Brazil, America, and Australia, locust infestations across the world such as East Africa and India, and most importantly, the thing we are witnessing right now, the coronavirus pandemic. In Kerala, a 15-year-old pregnant elephant was fed a pineapple full of firecrackers. She, along with the baby in her womb, died due to the explosion. The Chief Minister of Kerala informed us that investigation has already begun. One suspect has been apprehended and the others will be apprehended soon.
Now, Kartik Bhammar will share information about the World Environment Day.
World Environment Day. World Environment Day is the one officially recognized day when people, along with the government, try to spread awareness about nature and nature conservation. On this day, different governments, businesses, and communities collaborate with each other in order to work upon a global cause. World Environment Day is celebrated every year on 5th June. Each year, there is a different theme and a different host country which contribute a little more to the noble cause of the World Environment Day than the others. So as we know, this year we've been going through a lot of different things and different changes. So this year's celebrations have been quite different. So this year's theme is Celebrate Biodiversity, and this year's host for the World Environment Day is Colombia. So to enjoy this wonderful day from home, the community, the UN have decided to plan different online sessions, virtual tours, and a lot more fun activities to get truly involved in this noble cause. So if anybody wants to get involved in this, wants to spread awareness, or want to just say to others that yes, I am for nature, they can use the tag #4nature. This tag is not only valid till 5th June, it is also valid throughout the year, as nature is something that should be celebrated throughout the year.
To discuss the factors that affect our environment, Siddhi Changela, Shubham Donga, Yuvaraaja Finava, Jenali Sorathiya, Siddharth Shah, and Sahil Khajuria will share more information.
One of the factors that deeply affects the environment is deforestation. All of you present here would definitely know what deforestation is. It is the clearance of a forest area which is then converted to a non-forest use. The problem is that trees cannot be regrown and replanted at the rate at which they are being cut down, which leads to deforestation. A few quick facts about deforestation. Forests still cover about 30% of the world's land area, but they are disappearing at an alarming rate. Between 1990 and 2016, the world lost 502,000 square miles of forest, according to the World Bank, an area larger than South Africa. According to the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, an estimated 18 million acres of forest are lost each year. 1.5 acres of forest is cut down every second. Moreover, it is estimated that within 100 years there will be no rainforests. Up to 28,000 species are expected to be extinct by the next quarter of the century due to deforestation.
There are several causes of deforestation. Firstly, infrastructure expansion causes deforestation on a large scale. People cut off thousands of trees for this development. Some of the major infrastructure constructions, such as roads, railway lines, and power stations, including mining projects, are putting further pressure on forests and freshwater ecosystem. Secondly, logging is an activity which includes cutting down of trees on a large scale for human wants. Illegal logging occurs in all types of forests across all continents. Illegally harvested wood find its way into major consumption markets. People do this as there is an increasing dependency on charcoal, furniture, and timber across the globe. Thirdly, climate changes cause forest fires and heavy flooding, causing deforestation. Forest loss is both a cause and an effect of our changing climate. Climate change can cause damaged forests, for instance, by drying out tropical rainforests and increasing fire damage in boreal forests. Coming back to flooding, heavy flooding is also an effect of climatic change. These floods wear away trees and plants, destroying the forests. Lastly, overpopulation causes cutting down of trees to a great extent, as with larger sum of people, there is a larger need for food, housing, shelter, etc. For instance, overpopulation may cause food shortages. Therefore, for agricultural purposes, people will require flat land.
Deforestation has a lot of negative effects on the environment as well as humans. Firstly, deforestation causes soil erosion. Due to the absence of plants and vegetation, there is very little support to the soil by the firm roots of the plants. As a result, soil erodes more quickly. Moreover, deforestation causes the presence of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere to elevate. Fewer number of trees means that lesser amount of CO2 is absorbed from the environment. The increased amount of greenhouse gases also leads to climate change due to global warming. Furthermore, forests are home to many species and as we cut down on forests, animals lose their shelters. This, as a result, causes loss of biodiversity. With matters worsening, it can also lead to extinction of species. Lastly, when it rains, trees absorb and store a large amount of water with the help of their roots. Chopping down of trees disrupts the flow of water and leads to floods in some areas.
Solutions for deforestation. Reduction in paper usage can impact the rates of deforestation to a great extent. It is said that about 14% of deforestation is done to satisfy our huge appetite for paper goods. Hence, reduction may stall the inflating rate of deforestation. Secondly, there should be reduction in human activities which cause air, water, etc. pollution. Decrement in pollution can reduce the impact of deforestation. These types of pollution cause global warming and can lead to climatic changes, which further cause damage to trees and plants. Planting new trees will not completely stop the rate of deforestation. However, it can reduce the alarming rates.
Water is an essential commodity for human survival. The oceans, which cover 70% of the surface of the earth, holds about 97% of the total water on earth. However, our oceans aren't clean. Approximately 150 million metric tons of plastic are already circulating throughout the ocean. To add to this, we humans add about 8 million metric tons of plastic every year, and the plastic is here to stay. Unlike other trash, plastic is non biodegradable. This means that plastic will stay in the ocean for years and years to come. Out of all of this plastic, only 20% is a result of direct dumping. The rest 80% finds its way from more land based sources such as sewers and rivers. Let this fact remind us to not throw away plastic regardless of where we are, because there is a high chance that this garbage will end up in the very oceans that we cherish. Another major contributor to the trash are chemicals from factories and runoffs from agriculture. Now let us consider the effects on the marine life. All of this trash, in addition to the burning of fossil fuels, has caused ocean acidification, which is the ongoing decrease in the pH of the ocean, thereby making it more acidic. The ocean is acidifying faster than it has in some 300 million years, and the reason for this is clear: human action. Many animals have various features, and some help in defending themselves, while others help in hunting food. For many creatures who have shells and structural skeletons made out of calcium carbonate, ocean acidification is a major problem. The shells are eroding, and this is making them more susceptible to predators. This disrupts the entire food chain and may lead to the endangerment of certain species. However, trash in the ocean is not the end of marine pollution. Human actions in the ocean affect marine life to a great extent. Seismic testing uses high-powered airbursts to map and locate possible oil and gas reserves under the ocean. These bursts scare the marine animals and disrupt their actions, be it hunting for food or mating. Apart from the seismic testings, offshore drills pollute the water around them and bring along with it the risk of an oil spill. An oil spill kills many marine animals, such as dolphins and whales, since the oil clogs the blowholes through which they breathe. Dealing with an oil spill and cleaning the ocean is of great importance, but some of the biggest disasters, such as the BP Gulf of Mexico oil spill, remind us just how difficult cleaning oil spills are. All of the irreversible damages to the marine environment has caused marine animals to abandon their homes and relocate somewhere else. Human activities threaten the survival of the endangered species and may eventually lead them to extinction.
Air pollution is the presence in or introduction in the air of a substance which has harmful or poisonous effects.
How does air get polluted? Air pollution is caused by solid and liquid particles and certain gases that are suspended in the air. These particles and gases can come from car and truck exhaust, factories, dust pollen, mold spores, volcanoes, and wildfires. The solid and liquid particles suspended in our air are called aerosols. How does it affect Earth? The main effect is the depletion of ozone layer. Due to this, there are holes in the ozone layer causing UV rays to enter the Earth's atmosphere, which are capable of giving skin cancer to humans and animals, along with they are responsible for crops getting damaged.
So how to control air pollution? We can control air pollution by using public transport and proper stage vehicles as decided by government. Industries using efficient machines to deal with harmful and toxic gases. We can also use ammonium nitrate as propellant to control air pollution. The uncontrollable factors are wildfires and volcanoes, which directly come from nature itself. How COVID-19 made an effect on air pollution? Shutdown of industries, no air travel and less usage of vehicles led to the healing of ozone layer. According to the reports, the ozone layer above China before COVID-19 was very weak, but after COVID-19 pandemic, industries got shut down and layer got healed a lot. Does Earth really need these kind of pandemics to heal itself? No. It fully depends on humans how we treat nature. We can see that in these recent times, nature took revenge in the form of Australian bushfire, locust invasion, COVID-19, etc. As humans, we should use energy efficient goods and should upgrade our vehicles according to BS stages decided by government. Industries should deal with waste properly and dispose of them safely.
Amidst all the negative aspects, the pandemic has also brought around a positive side. Recently, I came across a quote that said, "Humans are the virus, whereas COVID-19 is the vaccine." This led me to think of some of the positive aspects. Firstly, pollution levels have significantly dropped due to people going out less frequently. As a result, the air is much cleaner. The original blue color has replaced the toxic gray. Even the largest ozone hole has filled up, thanks to the reducing pollution levels. Nature is enjoying this lockdown. There have been several instances of rare animal spottings, like dolphins near the coast of Mumbai. At a personal level, people are closer to their family and are able to spend a lot more time with them. This proves that nothing can only have a dark side.
Connecting to the theme of World Environment Day, Takshi Mehta will now present a poem named Solace of the Artemis.
Hello everyone. So today I'll be talking about this poem written by Paula Meehan. The title of the poem is Solace of the Artemis. Paula Meehan was an Irish poet and she dedicates this particular poem to this great archivist called Katrina Crowe. The poem is based on the bears that live today. The polar bears that are alive today are all from the same mother, an Irish brown bear. So the mitochondrial DNA is from a common mother. The Paula names this bear an Irish brown bear because 20,000 years ago, when there was no Ireland and the ice sheets moved in the last ice age, and the bears moved with the ice sheets, and there came the Irish bear, whom all of these bears are descended from, which is why Meehan takes pride that the bear was an Irish bear. And the Solace of Artemis, the title is that because the goddess Artemis is very closely associated with bears. Bears are a very sacred animal to the goddess Artemis, and even her name is said to be associated with a sanctuary of bears. So the title is that, and this is how the poem goes. I read that every polar bear alive has mitochondrial DNA from a common mother, an Irish brown bear, who once rode out across the last ice age, and I am comforted. It has been a long hot morning with the children of the machine. They talk of memory, of buying it cheap. But I, memory keeper by trade, scan time coded in golden hive mind of eternity. I burn my books, I burn my whole archives, a blaze that sears, a synapses flaring from cell to cell where memory sleeps, in wax hexagonals of my doomed and melting calm. I see him lopping towards me across the vast ice field to where I wait in the cave mouth. Dreaming my cubs about the den, my honeyed ones, smelling of snow and sweet oblivion. Thank you.
Tanmay Jhala will now present the extraordinary melody For Release composed in Europe in the early 19th century. On behalf of Poorvi ma'am and the rest of Advisory 6, thank you everyone. Please stay safe and have a nice day ahead.